I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that funky, about my face.
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. Las Vegas Raiders taking on the LA Chargers.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality. In only 2 seasons, we've seen Justin Herbert do things rarely or never seen before in the NFL. He's one of only 9 quarterbacks now with a 5,000-yard passing season and made the Chargers a top 5 offense for the first time since 2010. He's also the only quarterback to ever throw at least 30 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons and set a record for completions over that same span.
Herbert to throw right away. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. He'll drop to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
From the 44, Herbert, he'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now it's Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4. Again, Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This goes out wide for Drake.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Touchdown, Raiders! Darren Waller, 28 yards. And the Raiders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down catch there by Gerald Everett, who made the move to the Los Angeles Chargers, knowing that they enjoy utilizing their tight ends. Remember Antonio Gates, Hunter Henry? Everett hoping to be next in line at that position to give them big-time performances.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert.
Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something. And
I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got Allen.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Herbert operating from the red zone.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Dancing to his left. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Josh Palmer.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen to Drake. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
2nd and 3. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete to Cole. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Keelan Cole, 32 yards. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Herbert on first down now. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On first down, Justin Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Three yards remain for second down. Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Herbert now. And the Raiders have got him. Chandler Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Eckler now between the tackles. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun. Herbert caught by Allen. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there. But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Up the middle with Eckler. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second and 5 from the 8. It's Eckler again. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll run right here with Jacobs, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out come the Chargers. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Oh, they had a good chance to get off the field defensively there. If they could just wrap up, it's going to be a 4th down. But instead, they can't get him on the deck, and he allows them to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down at the 27. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall, get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown, but no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Hopkins' kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Back to throw now on 1st down. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. Second and 4. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers have just about sewn up this football game. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The handoff, it's Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run here with Eckler. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And Allen's got it. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. Well, that 2nd half, Charles, a little bit different from the 1st. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the 2nd half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the 2nd half, that's a surprise.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.